An EOS fork already? That appears to be the case. What is going on, guys? My name is Rob. Welcome into the channel. An EOS fork is coming. Now, just like I talked about before EOS actually launched, I thought that some of the block producers down the line that weren't receiving rewards would fork off of EOS and create their own chain, and that appears to be the case. So what am I talking about? We're talking about Telos. Telos. TelosFoundation.io. And you can see here's some of their partners: EOS Detroit, EOS Metal, EOS UK, EOS Van, EOS The World, EOS Green. So a lot of these EOS block producers that are way down the line here in terms of EOS block producers. Here's EOS Detroit right here. And that was EOS Detroit, the first one here. So number 75. These block producers down the line that aren't receiving EOS rewards, they're not at the threshold to receive EOS rewards. I thought they would fork off and create their own chain, and that appears to be what's happening here with Telos. Right now they are in testnet, and I'll just give you a little bit about what they are trying to solve here. Telos is an alternative network based on the same EOS.io code that aims to solve the key problems of the EOS. The Telos network offers economic decentralization, no whale addresses, equitable pay structure for block producers and standbys, dApp developer friendly with proprietary dApps and lower cost development, additional token holder protection, and pre-activation resolution of stolen tokens. So if we look at Telos's announcement that was embargoed until July 12th, so this just came out a couple days ago. Telos is responding to the critical need for a network where developers can affordably release commercial EOS.io dApps. Telos offers innovative solutions to problems currently plaguing the EOS mainnet, keeping RAM affordable, slower RAM release, and RAM price stabilization, voting, inverse weighted voting, block producer reliability, equitable pay, enforced minimum requirements, regular testing of standby readiness, and governments. Telos will sustainably decentralize its network by capping whale accounts. Telos will start with the EOS ERC20 snapshot, but cap accounts at 40,000 TLOS tokens. So this fork will be based off of the EOS ERC20 snapshot, and any whale who has more than 40,000 tokens on their EOS ERC20 snapshot will only receive 40,000. 40,000 is going to be the max. This will affect less than 0.67 of all addresses while creating the most evenly distributed token ownership of all major blockchains. And this will put the money supply of approximately 330 million tokens, so down from the 1 billion tokens we see with EOS. This will drop it down to 330 million. And you can see there we're cutting off a large, almost 70% of the tokens of EOS just by capping addresses at 40,000 TLOSs. So this will give the whales, the EOS whales, less control because they're only going to be able to receive 40,000 TLOS. That's it. That's the max amount you can get. If you have more than that in your EOS ERC20 snapshot, you're only going to receive 40,000. So they're making it a more evenly distributed money supply, as well as lowering the total supply of the token. And if we come down here to the Telos fact sheet, Telos is based on EOS.io code and will be compatible with EOS for dApp developers. Telos gives new TLOS tokens to all EOS owners included in the original EOS snapshot. TLS tokens will be distributed on a one-to-one basis with EOS tokens capped at 40,000 per address. So this is a one-to-one fork. Telos has a developer focus. RAM will remain affordable. dApps will not be forced to be open source. Telos will designate a RAM fund to ensure that the first 1 million new addresses will be free to create in order to aid rapid user adoption. So the first 1 million addresses will be free to create. That is nice to see from this fork. And they are also including two powerful tools to help stabilize RAM against speculation. So those huge spikes we saw in the price of EOS RAM, they are developing 2 tools to stabilize the price. Also, as far as block producers go, they have a different take on the block producer rotation here. Telos standby block producers must regularly prove their readiness by rotating into production 6 hours every 5 days. This helps to ensure network resiliency. It also gives each of the top 21 block producers 12 hours off per week for scheduled maintenance. So this is nice. The top block producers will get 12 hours off per week to do maintenance and whatever. And all the standby block producers are guaranteed 6 hours every 5 days of Telos rewards. And it also helps ensure that the standby block producers are ready and able to take over if one of the top 21 has a problem or gets voted out or something like that. Any block producer that fails to produce blocks in 30 minutes, 180 blocks, is automatically replaced with a standby BP for 6 hours. So, you know, they have a good take on the block producers. I like this 6 hours every 5 days to just ensure that the standby block producers are ready and give the top 21 block producers a 12-hour break per week so they can do any maintenance they need to do. So we're testing the standby block producers and giving the top block producers a break just in case they need to do any maintenance at the same time. That is a good take on how to do this block producer rotation. So as of now, there is nothing I could find on a date as to when we can claim our TLOSs or how to claim the TLOSs. But, you know, right now they are just in testnet here. So they are still testing things. And once we do get an update about when and how we can claim our TLOSs, I will be making an update video on that. So if you are interested in that, make sure to subscribe. But I just wanted to get this out there, make you guys aware that we do have an EOS fork upcoming with EOS block producers that are just down the line, just like I thought would happen. These block producers that are down here aren't receiving their rewards. You know, it just makes sense. They already have the infrastructure set up and ready to go, and if they're not receiving rewards on EOS with the infrastructure already set up, why not do a fork and try and solve some problems that EOS might be having? And that's exactly what is happening right now. And again, as soon as we get some details on when this will be going live and when and how we can claim our TLOSs, I will be doing an update video on that. So make sure you stay tuned and subscribe if you're not already. Let me know what you think about this EOS fork in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts on it. But the main points of this fork: economic decentralization. Again, they are capping all addresses at 40,000 coins. So any whale who has more than that will only be receiving 40,000 coins. This is also bringing down the total supply to about 330 million. Equitable pay structure for block producers and standbys. This is the standby block producers rotating in 6 hours every 5 days so they can get their funds, be able to maintain their infrastructure, as well as test their infrastructure to make sure it works. And it also gives the top 21 block producers 12 hours a week off to do any maintenance they need to do. DApp developer friendly with proprietary dApps and lower cost development. This goes into the whole, you know, the price of RAM. They're going to put measures in place to keep the price of RAM low, as well as the first 1 million new accounts will be free to create. They are creating a fund for that. And additional token holder protection and pre-activation resolution of stolen tokens. I didn't really get into that, but they are having a procedure for those who got their tokens stolen to be able to claim their tokens on the Telos blockchain. That's going to do it for me. Let me know what you think of this fork in the comments below. I will see you guys in the next one, and as always, stay living that crypto money life.